it goes back pretty much to our sources of information. Well, what are they? Well, our media, of course. The mainstream media is our primary source of day-to-day information. Not only just from the media, but the people that the media allow us to listen to. They allow us to listen to certain politicians, for example, that have a certain point of view. We get to hear them all the time, but when another politician comes along with a contrary point of view, why then we don't even hear from them, or if we do, they're always presented in a very negative light. So it's always the media. Of course, the schools play their part. You know, I came through the government schools, and I came out at the other end a long time ago already. I had preconceived ideas, which I found out later were not true at all. I was taught things that were really contrary to reality. And so there you have it, between the schools and the media, and even, you know, the tax-exempt foundations that, and the advertising and the movies and all that sort of thing. So we get this information bombarding us, and we get the feeling that what we're seeing is real, when in fact it is not. I think the opposition to Mr. Trump would have done a lot better if they'd been more conservative in their opposition to him, but they're so radical and so violent, and the epitaphs they shout at him are so obviously false that I think it's really hurting their cause rather than helping.
We came from Texas, and we were down here for Red Pill, actually. And I mean, I've learned a lot of new things. Like, we watch CNN, fourth period, every day in English. And now to learn that it's all, like, a huge lie is, like, really crazy. I mean, everything about...
So your school actually has you guys watch CNN in class?
Every day, fourth period. It's, like, a 15-minute segment.
6th grade.
We did it 6th grade?
It was crazy. We watched it every day. And it's... I don't know. Yeah.
What is it, your school or your teacher deciding to do this?
They just thought that it would, like, I don't know, they were like, okay, we're going to watch 10 minutes of CNN every day, and it's going to give you a lot of information, and we had to, like, write down, like, what we learned, and then we had to, like, write papers on it, and it was, yeah.
At the end of the week, every week, so we did 10 minutes every day listening, and we had to write down 3 things about what we were learning, and then at the end of the week, we had to write, like, a 2-page essay on what we learned, or one thing about it. So it was, like, courage, or, like, bravery about, like, ISIS and North Korea and Trump and Hillary, and a lot of the things that you showed on Infowars was, like, crazy.
So here's my question. Is it always CNN, or do they ever switch it up with, like, maybe Fox or...
CNN. We're watching student CNN, but I think that's really all we haven't watched anything else, have we? Mm-mm. I think that's it. Mm-hmm. And it's been since the beginning of the year. We come in and we open up our journals and we write down 5 segments of 10 minutes.
Does that concern you at all that they aren't allowing other news programs to be shown, just only one?
Yeah, kind of like, now that I know it's a lie, I'm like, because we're going to watch it next year too.
We watch it 7th through 12th, like, until we graduate. And we won't watch student once we get into, like, 10th, but 10th through 12th we'll always watch CNN, and it won't be student anymore. So it's crazy to think that I'm only seeing one point of view on it and not seeing the other news' point of view now that I've, like, really, like, listened about it.
I had no idea. Like, now that I know CNN's a lie, I don't really know how I'm going to react in school. I might, like, I'm not going to tell my teachers. I feel like that would just be awkward, but yeah, it's crazy.
Do you think you'll share that with any of your classmates?
Probably, yeah. I'm going to tell them about the whole experience.
The Montana Human Rights Network started spreading rumors about us, calling us alt-right, whatever that means, but we are now alt-right.
Are they also making other claims besides just alt-right?
Oh yeah, they've tried to tie us to the KKK and Nazis, and actually that's from other conferences, but this one specifically, you know, swastikas and all of that stuff. You know, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. So, you know, I just think they have nothing better to do. I'm sad for them. They're sorry. So you are from Montana.
Yes.
And you are 19 years old.
I am.
And I was on the phone talking about the Red Pill Expo that we just had. It was an awesome conference. And we mentioned Alex Jones, and your ears perked up. Why?
Yes, because Alex Jones presents his information very well and informative, and his facts are straight, and he is fun to listen to. I listen to his podcast all the time. I have his app on my phone. So I think he he's growing, and everybody that is under him is just amazing, and I enjoy listening to him.
Isn't Millie like awesome?
Millie is awesome. Everybody on the show is awesome. Alex is my favorite, of course. But
as a young 19-year-old, you know, you're setting off in your career, and
yes.
What do you see for your future?
I see. Oh, that's a good question. I see. I don't know.
Are you concerned about your future?
Yes and no. You know, with this movement that's coming through, kind of this red pill movement that we're talking about, I think a lot of younger people like myself are coming through, and I think it's going to be amazing, the stuff that we're going to pull off and the things, you know, with Trump being in office and everything. I think it's going to help everybody's future in a way that a lot of young people don't understand. So I think the Red Pill movement is going to be a success, and that's what I'm hoping for, and I'm excited.
Just creeping right around the corner, we have all these kids being politically indoctrinated.
Yes, and that's why we need to really focus on this and really elevate it to the Trump level of the administration, because this is an issue of national security. Teaching our children to be for a communist form of government is a national security issue. We can do it. We need to help the teachers, the administrators, and get our schools back to safe havens of learning once again.
I grew up in a communist country where my grandfather could do whatever he wanted on his land. There was no permitting. No one came to check on what he did. He had full autonomy to build his villa, to build his, you know, infrastructure, to build his grapes and fruit and produce, and no one bothered us or any of our neighbors in a communist country. So if we can't do that in America, I don't know what we label it as, but it's not the land of the free anymore.
So what country were you from?
Eastern Europe, Bulgaria. I grew up there until I was 12.
There are so many people that are have been awoke or awakened, however you want to say it, to mainly for me, public education and the corruption that's there. Our country is not going to change so long as the generation that is behind us comes up and they're completely brainwashed. And so the fact that other people have been made aware to that, it's blowing my mind. I just feel, because you feel like you're stuck in a box and you're the only one that knows these things.
What do you guys think about some of the local media claiming that this is an alt-right white supremacist recruitment convention?
They're idiots.
That's bull. They haven't even mentioned race. And I'm a Latino student at Gonzaga University, and no one has ever discriminated me on race. My mom is from Peru. She's never been discriminated based on race. She's actually had only benefits based on race. I've had affirmative action, more benefits given to me than pretty much anyone I know, just because of the fact that I have my mom's citizenship from Peru. So I would say that that's total bull. They're just lying about it just to kind of mischaracterize everyone here.
They're probably just jealous they're not here.
So Leah and I have a channel. We call ourselves Resistance Chicks because Alex Jones is always saying that you guys are the resistance.
So we call ourselves the Resistance Chicks.
The Antifa has seemed to steal that, but it's not theirs. It's Alex's. He coined it, and we're just kind of coming along with it. So thank you, Alex. Thank you, Millie. Thank you, everybody at Infowars for doing what you're doing. If it wasn't for Infowars,
I mean, half the stuff that we know, we wouldn't know.
No.
Like, everybody gets their information from Infowars, whether they want to believe it or not.
And you know what? They're waking up and they have to admit it. Guess what? Alex said all of this stuff first. You heard it here.
Alex said it first. I always say, Alex comes out with something, and then 2 weeks later, it's on the mainstream media. It's in the news. But it's always first, like, Alex will say something, I'll be like, I gotta Google that. It's not Googleable. And so I'm like, is that true? 2 weeks later, it's true. Like, we have hands down every time.
We've got a lot of our viewers that are converted Alex fans now because they come into it skeptical and we're like, dude, the dude speaks the truth.
Anything that carries a history is dangerous. You want to erode the grip of the past. Anything beyond your control is a threat. Anything you might have disclose yourself with. Anything that could challenge the present, anything that might actually say something different.
Enjoy all natural bath and beauty products with Emmerich's Essentials. We are proud to bring you a collection of organic-based household products at InfoWarsStore.com, including non-nano SPF 30 zinc oxide sunscreen, DEET-free herbal bug spray, concentrated peppermint mouthwash, unscented body wash, tea tree shampoo, and long-lasting natural deodorant. Emmerich's Essentials is free of chemicals and toxins that may harm your body. We carefully select pure and simple ingredients to create formulas that are certified USDA made with organic. Our mission is to offer you everyday organic household products to enhance your life. Truly feel the difference by going organic natural without compromising on quality. Feel good about using Emmerich's Essentials. Start saving money and stop exposing yourself and your family to toxic ingredients. Visit InfoWarsStore.com and learn more about the new Emmerich's Essentials line of organic products. That's InfoWarsStore.com.